Okay, y'all. We back. And close that screen door and start letting all them flies up in here. Now, y'all, we're going to find out in a few minutes, in just a little words, how did Luigi Mangione avoid authority in this situation? That's him on that bike. You see him on that bicycle right there. That's him right there. First thing you want to say, where you get a bike from? That's not even his town. How he know where he was? But listen to this.
Ashley said that he got on an e-bike, went through Central Park, and ended up at a bus station uptown where they lost his trail. But now the chief of detectives for the NYPD says instead of leaving that bus station, leaving New York from there, he actually got on a subway and went back downtown and then eventually ended up in Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, and ultimately Altoona, where he was arrested in a McDonald's. We're also learning new details about a possible motive. United Healthcare says that Mangione was not part of their health insurance program, but the chief of detectives of the NYPD says they're still looking at his health history as potentially playing a role, that he had suffered from chronic back pain, had had an injury, and even surgery that, in the chief's words, could have, quote, put him on the path. We do not yet have an official indictment from the Manhattan District Attorney, but the governor of New York, Kathy Hochul, says that, in her words, it could happen any day now, and that would push forward the extradition process.
I don't care what these people say. And I want to hear from y'all down in the chat. Now, if he is not a part of this United Healthcare provider group, why did he do what he did? It still ain't making no sense to me, y'all. I hope he one day, Luigi Mangione, decided to tell us what really happened. And y'all know what the coolest thing about this situation at Pennsylvania prison? The prisoners was looking out the window and were listening to the news, listening to the news nation from the inside, and was responding to their questions about Luigiani condition from jail. Listen, y'all, this is interesting. You see him? That's cool. I mean, y'all, this is cool. Luigi not even in that prison. So why is she asking him? Okay, he's not even in that prison. That's what the guy just told her. He's not in Pennsylvania. He was in New York. So how are they going to ask him? She wanted to ask them question about Luigiani. Do he have a television? This is cool. Yeah. It was cool how she was communicating with them while the guy was standing outside, because they watching News Nation, y'all. Now, she said she was going to ask him, what's cooking in prison? Luigiani supposed to have ate breakfast and fruit, grits, bread, eggs, and coffee. And lunch, pork and vine, meatball, potatoes, bread, fruit, and then dinner, he's supposed to have mac and cheese, pasta, beans, casserole, tomatoes, and broccoli. Now, watch this. This is cool, y'all. Shout out to News Nation.
Porcupine meatballs, potatoes, bread, and fruit. And tonight's dinner, mac and cheese, pasta bean casserole, and stewed tomatoes with broccoli. So, guys, was dinner good? Yes or no? What did
Terrible,
they
they're saying.
say? I heard terrible. I heard
They're
terrible.
saying, heck no. They're saying BS. They're saying beautiful. That's not what they are eating.
To officers by the members of the public for having arrested Luigi Mangione, and maybe some citizens as well had threats that they're investigating. Have they made any identifications on people who've made these threats to police officers and to citizens? Maybe the McDonald's employees?
No, and they're considering this all a part of the larger investigation, so they're keeping a pretty tight lid on that. What they do say, though, is that their officers are receiving threats, and also the people at this McDonald's have received threats. In fact, I've seen reporting that maybe even some of these McDonald's employees have been asked to step away for a time, just so that way they don't get increasing pressure. And this really all has to do with this sort of fanfare and mythology that's surrounding Luigi at this point. There's so many people online that are supporting him for his actions due to their own complaints with the healthcare industry as a whole, or even we've seen some people just commenting on his looks and how handsome he is. And so he's built up this following, so to speak. And so there's threats being made towards these police officers for actually going out there and apprehending him. But then also,
It's amazing how people gravitate to negativism. It's amazing, y'all. So, I want to hear from y'all. This is Pennsylvania prison. And the delicious food that they were saying that they was eating, that they eating in prison, is not good. That's what they said. So they were saying that the condition in Pennsylvania prison suck. Well, tell me what y'all think. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm out.